Righto you lot, how you all doing? Hope you're all happy and dandy. Oh, it's a bloody Sunday afternoon. I thought, what else can I do? I've done everything today. Let's go and have a play around and see what we can find to do. So I'm going to fix the microphone on my radio. Now, yeah, I'm one of these type of people. Even if there's something that's broken, I don't use it that often, I still would like to repair it. And this microphone has been playing up for some time now. The PTT switch on it works sometimes, but you can be holding it down and all of a sudden it would just stop working. So let's unplug it from the radio and see what we got. Is anyone actually on it? Don't look like there's anybody on it anyway. Got a lot of interference at the moment. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I did a video. I think it come up on Saturday. Might have come up Saturday, something like that. Or even Friday night, might put it up on this Toro stuff. And it's the product care, Toro product care. I opened it up. Some of you may have seen it. And I was massively disappointed with the amount of stuff in these little tins. So I sent Toro a message. And I asked them, is it normal to have... I sent them a picture. And I said, is it normal to have this amount in these tins? Because I opened it up for the review and one tin has got that much in it, like literally it's almost as if someone's had loads of it out. And then the other one, which is the cleaner and restorer, has got that much in it. I mean, it's got more in it. It has got more in it, but there's some missing. So I said to them, is that normal to have this little in there? And he sent me a message back, and he said, yeah, look, I'll get the message. I'll show you the message. Hang on. My phone's just gone dead. But anyway, they said each tin has got 15 millilitres of balm in them, and that's the way it is. Well, to me, they've both got different amounts. So whether there's supposed to be 15 millilitres and my ones are this one's a bit limp, I don't know, but that's what they said. To me, there's two different amounts in there. I am disappointed. I've said nothing but good things about Toro products, and I've still stayed to that, but I'm disappointed with, if they want to give a little amount of stuff in a tin, why don't they just give you smaller tins? Because it works in the same principle as a packet of crisps. Like, when you open up a packet of crisps and you've got this great big packet, and you've got a really, it's literally like half full, or less than half full, about half full of crisps, and you've got the rest of the packet at the top's completely empty, and you're disappointed. You're like, why have I got this big packet with 4 crisps in it? It's the same thing. They give you these tins, and they only fill them up a quarter of the way. So, as a human being, I would feel happier if I had a smaller tin that was full up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know if any of you can relate to that, but the fact that I've got this size tin and it's not full up, and I've just paid 10 quid for that, I feel hard done by. Perhaps there's something that they can work on, Toro. They're a good company, and as I said, I've said nothing but good things about their products, but these are not good. But there we go. Anyway, let's get this microphone taken apart, and as I said, stick some switch cleaner in it. So these ones don't need any screwdrivers, so you can just take them apart like so. And we have a battery in there. That battery come with it when I bought it, so I should better take that off of there. And in there we can see the switch. There it is. That's the switch. It's obviously a little bit dicky. I don't know whether you can hear that. It's a little bit, it's not quite as smooth as it probably should be, so my switch cleaner of choice is this stuff. That's what I've used for years. It's made in the UK, is one of the reasons why I like to use it, because it is made in the UK apparently. But it's good stuff. Switch cleaning lubricant, and it's all in different languages. Super 10, whatever that means, it's just what they call it. And yeah, Bridgewater. Nothing particularly special about it, but you get your little tube, take your little tube out. It's my last tin of this. I do need to try and get some more. It is quite expensive as far as switch cleaner goes, but it's a good product. I like it. So let's spray some of that in there. Work it up and down. Makes a bit of a funny noise, this switch. It is working. You can see that the switch is working. We know that it's working. I've just had a chat with someone, mate of mine called Trevor. And the mic didn't actually do any of its little issues, but you know, it's always, you know, when you want something to stop working, it won't, and when you want something to work, it won't work. So pour some of the excess out of there. At least we switched up. It's got lubricant in it as well. I have got some dielectric grease. It's for switches and things, silicone grease. I could stuff some of that in there, maybe. But I've never put this on any mic switches before. Perhaps it might be something I should start to do, but I'm not going to do it today because I just can't be bothered really to try and stuff any of that in there. I'm just going to put that back together now and see if it's working any better. Hello, Jimbo Jones? Jimbo Jones? Hello?
Oi, Ben!
Oi, Jay!
How you doing, sexy?
I was alright until you called me sexy.
Oh, what, ain't we like that no more?
Dunno. I was a lesbian once.
Yeah, I've always had that thought, mate. I think I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
What's going on, Jay? Hey, Jay, have you got a camper van?
I have a camper van, yes. I've not drove it for bloody so long, it's unbelievable, but I've got one.
Is it one of them VW ones?
It is a VW, yes, an old one.
Oh, I'd like one of them, but it ain't what I'm after. I'm after, like a Talbot Express or something.
Yeah, I do like a Talbot Express, mate. I like all that sort of style of ones, mate. Some very nice ones from that era. Yeah, no, my one's a T2, 1973 or 5, one of the two. It's tax exempt, MOT exempt. Yeah, she's a good old girl, mate.
Yeah, I'd love one, mate. I would love one. In fact, I'd like a Beetle. A proper rat look, rusted up, but, you know, a Beetle. But I'd like one of those VW campers, proper, but not like a mint one. Not painted up and all that. I'd like one that's all rusty but lacquered, you know. And yeah, but anyway, it's not what I'm after. I'm after one for the family. Like, we want a Talbot Express or one of that style, you know. Doesn't have to necessarily be a Talbot, but yeah, man, something like that, four-berth one. But I knew you had a camper. I tried sending you a text message the other day, but you didn't reply.
I might have a new number, Ben. I might have a new number, mate. That's probably what it is.
He's a dickhead, isn't he, eh? Got a new number.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing with my one, to be honest. It's in dry storage at the minute. It does need all the bodywork done on it. It ain't falling apart with rust, but it's got terrible paintwork. Absolutely shitty paintwork ever. But you can get away with it because it's an old VW. It sort of blends in, do you know what I mean? Internally, it's really nice. There's no holes in it and whatever.
I think the mic's working alright.
It's got a pop-top roof. It's just got a little vinyl bit you pull back, but you can obviously buy a pop-top and just stick it on the top and screw it on, and then you've got a pop-top roof for it, mate. But yeah, no, it's a lovely van, mate. It's very original and whatever, mate. I mean, I don't know if I'm flogging it, to be honest with you. I probably will do at some point because it's sat there since I've bloody owned it. I've never even gone out in it.
Bloody hell, what did you get it for then?
Mate, it come up at the time and it seemed like a really good idea, and I couldn't really say no to it, to be honest with you. So literally, I had plans with it, but you know what it's like, Ben, there's so many other things going on in life, that the things that don't really, that are not important, they just keep getting put to the back all the time, and that's what it seems to happen.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I sold I had a Focus RS, didn't I? A Mark 1. That's why I sold it, because it just sat on the driveway. I do bits to it now and again, but it sat there and I thought, oh, there's just no need. Someone could be, you know, enjoying that.
Yeah, that's what I think about this VW, mate. Someone could be tinkering with that every bloody night or every weekend, you know what I mean? And really showing it the love it needs. But, I mean, it's not that bad looking, to be honest with you. I mean, I'd happily drive it around as it is. It's not, like, terrible looking or, like I said, holes in it and rust and shit like that. It's just the paint, as you can tell, it's been done with, like, a roller, mate. It's just a quick paint job someone's done on it, you know, to keep it tied up. But, yeah, it definitely needs a strip and a respray if you want to make it look really pristine. It's got like a little oil leak, mate, but I mean, what do you expect how old it is? Yeah, but I mean, apart from that, mate, it's a really nice van. It really is a nice van, mate. And yeah, the only other problem I've got is I've got no room to park it here. If it was here, then I'd probably have a tinkle with it and it'd keep looking at me, so I'd end up getting it all, you know, sorted to my spec. But where it's stored away, I don't see it, so it's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, buddy. So, are you like in with the camper van crew, or not? Because you see some Talbot Expresses and not the others of the like on the internet and that, but they seem to want stupid dollar for them. There's one in Southend on Sea. Wanted 10 grand for it, for a 1991. What's that all about? All the other ones are about 4 grand.
Well, it's just like eBay, mate. You get someone on eBay selling an audio, a Unidin 200 for 25 quid, and then I see one on there the other day for 150 quid. You just think, like, where do they get these prices from? I think some people list things and they've got no rush to sell them, so if someone's into stupid enough to give them stupid money, then they will. I can't remember.
We spoke the other day, Rob.
Yeah, probably. Like, well, I've been sort of whacked out sort of thing. I can't remember jack shit at the moment.
You the one that quit your job?
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, we was talking the other day. I was at work.
You quit your job, Rob? Yeah, a few things happened sort of thing. I weren't too happy, so I fucking elbowed it. What, down the Cali job, yeah? Yeah, fucking, like, things happened over the last, like, couple of weeks and that, and I weren't happy what the main geezer sort of, like, said and all that sort of shit, so I thought, fuck it, I've had enough. You can only take so much, mate, so, yeah, whatever the reason, I'm sure it was the right one, mate. So, yeah, well, I hope you find something else, unless you've already slipped into another job, mate. But if not, I hope you find something else that suits you, matey. So, all good, mate. Sometimes you need a change anyway, whatever it is, whatever the reason, mate. But, alright, look, I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to jump out in the garden and do this aerial. I'll be back on in about 20 minutes if you lot are in. Probably buggered off by then, but, I'll be about 20 minutes. I'm going to go and look at my phone as well, Ben, see if Stuart got back to me. But keep your ears open while I'm gone, because he might pop on here and give you a shout, yeah? But if you're all gone, guys, have a nice day. If not, I'll be back in 20, yeah? See you later, Joey. Ben, I'm going to disappear. I'll make myself a cup of coffee.
Oh, Roger. Alright then. I'll keep the radio on in case this Stuart bloke turns up, and I'll be off as well. See you later, Rob.
See you later, mate. Right, Ben, he said, he'll be on in a bit, mate. So literally, hold tight, Ben. He's probably making his way to the radio, mate. So yeah, all good. Yeah, and Carrie, it is definitely Sunday today, mate.
Well,
right, guys, in a bit. I'm on it, Ben. So yeah, I'll have the radio with me in my pocket, mate, on this microphone thing, yeah.
alright, well, I'll be walking around in here, but I'll have the radio on. I'll have the volume turned up, so if this Stuart bloke turns up, I should be able to hear him, hopefully. If not, you might have to relay a message or two, but I'll be here.
Yeah, alright, mate, in a bit.
Well, it turns out that there's someone that wants to talk to me. I was just testing my microphone, chatting to Jay there, as you saw, and I turned the camera off and I was doing some bits and bobs while I was talking to him, just doing my coax and that, and he said, there's someone here called Stuart who come up on the radio, brand new on the radio, and they were talking about YouTube, and apparently he watches these videos, and he'd like to talk to me on the radio. So now he's apparently making his way to the radio, and hopefully we'll better catch a little conversation with Stuart. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to have the volume up on the radio, and I'm going to be doing my bits and bobs, waiting to see if I can hear him. Right, I've got some bits and bobs to be getting on with today, but while I'm waiting for this Stuart to turn up, let's I've got this is my radio that I'm going to be using with that coax that you've just seen me do, and that other antenna. So let's turn that volume down a little bit. So let's just see if this radio is still going to turn on. There shouldn't be any reason why it won't, but let's make sure. I'm going to leave it on a bit, see how long this battery will power it. To get some proper connectors for it to properly connect it. Right. So we should be. Oh, we're already on. Oh no, that's the on button. There we go. 12.3 volts. Well, we're on anyway. That's a good sign. Narrow, low power. I need a dummy load really. I haven't got a 2 metre dummy load. But 144 is on. We'll stick it to 145. Not that I'm going to receive anything. We'll put it there. I can't remember how you change the power setting. Oh, that's lock. Don't know what that does. Low. Oh, high. High power, low 2, low 3, high power. Huh. Well, at least I know the radio turns on still. I'll leave it on for a bit. Make sure the battery's alright. Yeah. One thing, right, that I've always wondered is why the 2 metre radios why are they always ugly? I mean, you know, this, in my opinion, is probably one of the least ugly ones that you can get, but they've all got like red buttons and they're all nearly always yellow or orange. This one's actually orange, but it looks yellow on this screen. You know, why is it like that? You know, you get like all the 2 metre ones that you can buy. They've always got these stupid microphone plugs. I just wonder why 2 metre radios are always ugly. You know, you get 10 metre radios and other radios. They seem to make them look alright, but it just seems to be that 2 metre ones are usually always ugly. And the reason why I went for this one, which is the FT1900, was because it's the least ugly that I could find. You know, it looks rugged, but it looks the least ugly, although it's still not particularly nice looking. I just wonder why that was. Anyway, we've got it up on this battery. You know, I know it's not a leisure battery. I know I've got to explain this because there'll be some of you lot out there that are going to tell me this stuff, that it needs a leisure battery and all this, but you've got to remember that I don't care. And you've got to remember that car batteries are designed to be kept charged up. They're designed to be always on charge because whenever your engine is running, it's charging the battery. And so they're designed for that. If you discharge them, and then charge them up and discharge them and charge them up and discharge, keep doing that, they won't last very long and it will ruin the battery. But I can't afford a leisure battery, and so this is the only one that I can afford, so this is what I've got. It's a car battery. It's not particularly powerful. It's meant for a Ford Fiesta, you know, but it's all I've got, so this is what I'm going to be using. So there we go. But really, you need a leisure battery because they're designed to be discharged and recharged. You know, that's what they're meant for. But I haven't got one. I've got this, so that's what I'm going to use. So, yeah, man, there we go. I'm pleased. Just need to somehow get the antenna tested. I was going to do that today, but it started to rain a lot, and it's raining now as we speak. So I'm not going to go out there and erect the tripod and antenna and all that, and stick my table up and put the radio on it. I'm not going to do all of that now because it's raining. So there we go. Now let's just wait for this Stuart bloke to turn up on the radio. If he doesn't turn up, I'm going to go and put a Christmas tree up. So there we go. I'll hang around for another 5 minutes and see what happens. While we're waiting for my fan Stuart to turn up, that's a perfect good time to tell you I've got my Christmas wish list up. As always, every Christmas. If you want to get me anything from there, then I'll appreciate it massively. I've been buying people things off of their wish list now for a few months, so hopefully everybody's happy with that and excited about it. Some people might not have opened them yet, some people might have done. I don't know what they've done with them. But the last thing I sent somebody was a shovel. Someone had a random wish list and they had a shovel on there, so I bought them a shovel. I was well happy. I thought they're gonna love that shovel. I mean, you'd only put a shovel on a wish list if you actually wanted the shovel, wouldn't you? Hey, so they must have needed a shovel, so I got them the shovel. Anyway, you look, yeah, my wish list is up. It's on the description to all my videos. So there you go. Go over there and have a look on it and see what you can find. Might be something interesting. You think, I'll get him that. Anyway, I'm still waiting for Stuart. And I'll hang around for a bit. I've got a few things to do today. The time's cracking on, so we'll wait and see. I'll get that repaired at some point. This is me. This is me little. That doesn't go in there. This is my little Dave stocks car, mini stocks, and was racing it around the driveway one day, and my daughter crashed it into the wall, and she broke that off there. Now they do. Also, the wheels are well cracked, but they do upgraded servo savers and all of that, metal ones. So once I get around to it, I'm going to get some of them, and might even get a better motor, but I'll probably just leave it like that for now. It definitely needs new tyres because them ones are well at it now. That's what happens when you leave stuff outside, you know. But yeah, some of the little body shells I got for these are well cool. I love them. I think this was the shell that I had on it. I've got a couple of other shells. This is the one that I had on it though, if I remember correctly. Let's get that over there. Get the aerial to poke through the little hole. Like that. That goes on there. Find the posts. There's one. Oh, the other one goes through the back. I didn't put it on properly, but you can get a gist for it. Yeah, man. Proper cool. Love these little things. They're the nuts. And this one is my 1980 one. It was built in 1980. It's got all the old technology on it, you know, proper servos. Dave Mann was the person who used to race it. And yeah, proper good little bit of history here. I love this one. It needs a little bit of work to get it going properly. Let's take off the shell that I'll show you. The servos have gone a bit weak. Hold on, I'm going to need 2 hands to get the clips off. Hang on. Yeah, so the servos have gone a bit weak on it. So it takes a while to get going and a while to stop and then a while to turn. Let's see if I can get that through there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, man, look at this. This, you know, proper nice old school homemade technology. Battery used to go there. I've got plenty of batteries for it. There's your crystal receiver, proper crystals in it. I've got the transmitter for it as well. Lovely transmitter. Servo down there, just weak, just needs new servos. That's what it needs. There's the throttle and brake servo, just needs new ones. That's all it needs. And then it'll be a proper nice little car. Nice little receiver. I've got the transmitter for it as well to go with it. Well, I did have, but I can't find it. It's somewhere in the I thought I see a person out the window then. Anyway, proper nice bit of history there. Right. He never turned up in time. He was obviously busy or whatever, or either that or I can't hear him. So hopefully I'll chat. Stuart, if you're watching this, hopefully I'll chat to you another time on the radio. Sorry I hanged around, but not long enough. And so I'm just going to put these back where I found them, turn all that stuff off, and go and put a Christmas tree up. So I'll catch you lot later on. All the best.